Hello buddy, welcome back to Just Lights. Today I'm going to be working on my traffic light display that's here in my driveway. These are three 8-inch coarse Heinz traffic signals on a homemade, I guess you can say, expanded style light pole. What it is my circuit board got messed up in a lightning storm not too long ago, so I had to order a new one that's come in. So I'm going to be wiring up the new one. It goes down inside that little box right there. So let's go ahead and get started with it and get this thing up and running again. Okay, so before I install the board, I kind of want to show you the board real fast. I picked up one that's for a four-way traffic light. The reason I did that is because since I have the two lights that face different directions, I need to have essentially two circuits. Now, obviously, this board is timed to where they're going to run like they're supposed to, but you got to run them individually in order to give you the the look that you're going for. Now, I picked this up from a gentleman named Sean Breen. He's out of Canada. He actually builds these things himself, and he makes all different kinds. He can make one for single lights, doghouse lights, four-way lights. You can do like a wig-wag, like you say you have a railroad light or something like that. He does a really good job. His prices are really good. He ships them out pretty quickly. So if you're looking for something like this, you can hit him up on Messenger off of Facebook, and he'll get you a price right then and there, and he can ship it out to you if you want. To kind of hook these things up, they're pretty easy to do. So right here, we're going to start right here. These two plugs right here is your power coming in. So say you're using an extension cord, power cord, whatever the case may be. This is where your power comes in. The hot and the common reference the color of your plug. So your hot is always going to be your black wire. Your common is always going to be your white wire. Now, if you have like a regular plug, like say like a lamp cord you cut off of something, and it obviously doesn't have colors, what you're going to look for on there is when you look at your cord, one side of the cord will be smooth, the other side of the cord will look like it has a bunch of little ribs on it. The rib will be your common, your hot will be your smooth side. So that's where your power goes in. And then your power coming out right here is pretty self-explanatory. Red, amber, green, common. Common is going to be essentially the white wire that's going to go to the light. That common is the one that branches all three lights. And then the red, amber, and green is going to be the single wire that runs to each individual light. And that's really all there is to hooking it up. So let me go ahead and put this in place. We'll turn it on. We'll see how it looks. Okay, to kind of show you what I was referring to with the cord. So when you look at a regular cord like this right here, see how you got one side, see like the little ribs coming out of it, and then you got the other side, you can see is nice and smooth. That's essentially the smooth side is going to be your black or your hot wire. The side with these little ribs is generally going to be your white or your common side. Or another way to find out if you're not sure, like say you can't see that, all your plugs always have one large side, one small side. Your small side is going to be your hot or your black wire. Your big one is going to be your common or your white wire. So if you're not really sure based on the cord itself, say it's not really, you can't really tell, you can also go by the plug itself right here. Now, if you have an really old plug that doesn't have these two right there, then it's going to be really hard to distinguish that. But since it's alternate current, it's not really going to hurt it, to be honest with you. But whenever you can wire it up properly, it's always best to do so. All right, so here's my nice rat nest of wires that's coming out of my box. Now, the way I have my color code set up, because I have the two lights, I want to make sure I know exactly which one goes where. And even if I put little labels and stuff like that on there, they could always fade or fall off over time or something like that. So my red, yellow, green, and white right here are the two lights that face the driveway, and then the brown, blue, and kind of orangish color one right here, the ones that and this white are the ones that face the side yard. Essentially, this is my red, this one's my yellow or amber, and this is my green, and then my common right here. Now, the one thing I did forget to mention is when he sends these boards to you, he sends them with a nice set of instructions. You see, like right here, he actually has them color coded. He actually says you would see the black and the white, and then how it's supposed to be wired to the light and everything like that. So it makes it extremely easy for you guys to hook these things up. So like I said, these are really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and start hooking all these wires into the board first, so I can work with it out here. And then I'll peel the little sticky things off here, stick it against the thing. We'll plug it in and we'll see what happens. All right, so you can see I got everything wired in, got stuck in place. I turned the power on. I'll show you what it looks like. There we go. Up and running again. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.